Visionz Productions.
Welcome back to the Master Your Vision podcast. And today we're going to talk about 4 harsh lessons that every artist always has to learn the hard way. But today we're going to let you know how you can avoid it. Once again, I'm going to be hosting Trey. I'm with my man Dominique.
Sir.
And like I said, man, most independent artists, I feel like, or any artist, they fail not because of a lack of talent, but just because nobody ever taught them the harsh lessons that comes with, you know what I'm saying, what we're about to talk about today until it's too late. So I know a lot of these things we personally had to learn the hard way. So, and a lot of other people too. So today we're going to share some of those experiences from other artists and our own experiences so that way you can avoid them, because in the music game it's critical that you can go ahead and get this out the way early so that way you don't have to learn the hard way later on. So number 1, contracts, split sheets, and negotiations. Like, can you just touch on that for a second of why that is number 1 on the list, number 1, and why is it so critical and important for somebody to have all that together?
So that's the whole game, man. Like, you ain't got no contract, no split sheet. You done went in the studio, did all this work, put your time in, put your grind in, and you ain't protect yourself at the end of the day. So all of that really just went to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go to register this music, if you don't have no split sheet and whatever the main agreement was, then you're not getting paid. You know what I'm saying? So if you're doing it for fun, if you're doing it for a hobby, if you know, in the basement with a few of your friends, then that might be acceptable.
Yeah, then that's cool.
You know what I'm saying? But for the lane we in and for everything we got going on, and just building it, you know, to a global standpoint, you're gonna want to make sure that your contract's on point. You're gonna want to make sure your split sheets are on point before you go into the studio, before the studio session is done. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that needs to be pretty much handled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it's not, then you're taking a huge risk of leaving and the song blows up, and now nobody don't know who did what. Now people trying to take
on paper.
That was on paper. So people trying to take credit and percentages for stuff that they didn't do, and it's just like it's just a big headache trying to figure it out on the back end. So like one of my main things that I've learned, you know, just doing business, make sure you do the right business, make sure the business is on point, on time, the communication is on point, on time, so that when you get to the negotiating table and, you know what I'm saying, and you're doing your contracts and your split sheets, that you know what you want and you negotiated your percentage, and you know everything is good for you before you leave or before you help do a song, because if not, you wasted your time.
You wasted your time, and your energy and your efforts. And so really the thing that I like to go off of is, if it's not in writing, man, it really doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like all that handshake agreement, or we agreed to this, if we don't have this on contract and paperwork and black and white agreement that you done signed and I done signed and we agreed to, it doesn't exist. So that's number 1, and that's why it's so important. So the lesson here is that, and always use a split sheet the moment the song is created. Like my brother just said, make sure your songs are registered with BMI or your ASCAP, and make sure you got them copywritten. If you need to, not if you need to, you need to hire a consultant and a music business attorney before you put your name on any agreement, just so that you know, okay, I had somebody who's a legal professional look over this. And just learn the basic contract terms, man. Learn masters and ownership and publishing splits and mechanical royalties and with perpetuity clauses. Learn what these things mean, because it's very important. And you have to treat this as, you're not just an artist, but you're a business as well. You know what I'm saying? So once you start moving like a business and an artist, it's gonna change the game. So that's number 1. So now let's dive into
hold on. So before you even skip over that, if you need any help going to get these contracts and negotiations and split sheets, you know, we offer that on our website. So www.acevisionsproductions.com. You'll be able to go on there and find your digital products or whatever. So tap in with us.
That's very important.
Sheets, negotiations, and all of that. We'll get you situated on the template, and you can take the template and apply it to your own situation.
And that's key because now it's no excuses.
Yeah, bingo.
There's no excuses.
Yeah, for sure.
Because now you have all the resources that you need. And I'm glad that you mentioned that. So just like my brother said, if you go to acevisionsproductions.com, like he said, he already created all the digital products, the split sheets, the agreement. So now you don't have to walk in the dark. You know what I'm saying? You'll actually know, okay, everything is official. And even if you needed to have your own sense of security, have a legal team go over split sheet with the agreement, but you have the template already made, so the hard work is already done. So I'm glad you said that, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go into preparation and discipline now, because I know that is a key factor. Like, if your talent gets you noticed, then guess what? Your preparation is gonna always keep you relevant, because some things talent is not going to do for you. You're gonna have to be prepared for when this influx of customers and this influx of opportunity comes. You're gonna have to have the systems and the strategy and everything set up beforehand. So that all comes into the preparation. So at the end of the day, what would you say when it comes to preparation and discipline, and how important it is in an artist building from the ground up?
From the ground up is like that whole structure of just having structure and having discipline, because like, believe it or not, that's just like everyday people. If you go back to like the beginning of the year, everybody be like, oh, New Year's resolution, I'm gonna be going to the gym. I'm working on my body, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But come 30 days in, 60 days in, you ain't been to the gym, you ain't worked on your body, you haven't done any of the set out goals that you have said that you were gonna do. So that's where discipline comes in as an artist. That's where it comes in to the point where, okay, you know that as an artist, I gotta go to the gym. As an artist, I gotta do writer sessions. As an artist, I might have a studio time for 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours. This day might be a content day. Like for us, today for me was a whole content day. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So I'm like, if you're an artist, you just gotta sacrifice some of the time and know that, you know, you gotta be disciplined and organized and have structure on certain things, because when you moving and you want it to look like a unit and you want it to look organized, it's not going to just happen by itself. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, like the content days and making sure that you got a content calendar and make sure that your posts are scheduled and just have discipline all around, you know, to make sure that you on point as an artist and always be ready for an opportunity, because, you know, we had an artist early on in our career and she could sing like super, super well. Like her talents on stage were undeniable. But when it came to us getting in the studio, we couldn't cut no records. So it's like, yeah, it's cool to be a cover artist or a cover band. No shade to those people that do that. You know, shout out to them actually, because that makes the world go around. Yeah. But if you want to be an established artist that sings your own music, you know what I'm saying, that has a band playing your music, and you know you're working as a whole to get your name and your brand out, these are the necessary steps you're going to need to take. Go cut records on your own. Go get producers on your own. You know what I'm saying? And branch out a little bit. You just dropped the jewel on there. Because
people don't even realize that, but what you just said, like, because you might have an artist who is just a live performer and they've been performing live, and I never thought about that aspect until you said that, like, oh man, hold on, this person might be good live, but now you went to the studio and you like, man, we can't get nothing that sounds good.
You're not a good writer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you can't finish a song. Like those are things like, yeah, you want to be an artist, but those are things that artists have to do.
That's starting
when the label comes to get you, or an independent label, or even when you putting the money into yourself to do it, studio time is a part of the process. So for us, how we do it, we go in the studio and we work with these artists hand on. You know what I'm saying? But just to be honest, as an independent artist, if you don't have a team to come in the studio with you and say, you know, here's the production and here's how we should do the vocal arrangement and make sure that, you know what I'm saying, the song is a product, you know what I'm saying, ready to go, then it's kind of harder for the artist to do that.
You really just, what they call it, throwing darts at the target.
Trying to see what's going
and hoping you hit, instead of having like a method of what you're doing.
Bingo.
With every project that you're doing. You being intentional with every project. Like you said, you're prepared, but you're also disciplined.
Yeah.
Because you can prepare for something but not have the discipline follow through on whatever you just prepared for. So that's why it's preparation plus the discipline
and plus the practice.
Yeah,
because you don't want to get an opportunity from us or from anybody, and they want to put some money into you, and you like, I should have been trying to learn this. You know what I'm saying? And now you in the practice phase of what should I do, or I don't know how to do this, and now I gotta learn. And now the investor is fed up because you didn't gave a fake persona of this is what you could do, or X, Y, and Z, and now that deal is no longer on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the real of the situation, because especially with the times like how they are now, like the investor, they already want to look at everything before they even invest. It's super hard
to got to make sure that
get an
investor.
investor. So
you got to make sure they're gonna get their money back.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. So, nobody's investing not to get their money back.
Yeah, and a return on the investment, not just my money back. I don't want just my money back. I need a return on my investment. I mean, I'm not doing it just to get my money back. That's not an investment. I needed to get my money back plus some. So that's real. So at the end of the day, it sounds like from everything I'm hearing, just like, look, at the end of the day, discipline separates the dreamers. It's my hobby to I'm doing this full time. This is my career.
Yeah.
So you have to have a consistent release schedule, content schedule, like you said. Rehearse, practice, give that energy in the presentation. Make sure you stay ready. Always have your clean versions. Have a good bio going. Professional photos ready to go. Like, you gotta have some professional photos. Have those ready to go. So when people want to throw you on these flyers and everything, that you're actually looking presentable. Track your income and your expenses, because that's going to prove that you're actually worth investing. When we talk about investors, like you was just saying, when you're tracking your income and your expenses, now they knowing, oh yeah, this is somebody worth investing into, because they know their numbers. So since they know their numbers, that means they're going to be able to tell me what my numbers and my return going to be, because they already on top of their numbers. Like, these are things that people don't think about. So we want to give you this game and this insight, so that way you're thinking about it now and taking action on it. So don't wait for the opportunity, but prepare for the opportunity, so that way the opportunity was really just going to align with you, is going to attract to you, because you're preparing for that opportunity, as opposed to it coming and you're not even ready for it because you ain't prepared. So that's game that
that's what you don't want.
You don't want that at all.
That's what you do not want.
That's game that you just dropped. So what we was gonna go into now was the collaborations. The collaborations are big, so you have to pick, I feel like, quality over just the clout. And because sometimes you might have somebody who got clout or whatever, you feel like, oh, this collaboration but hold on, are they aligned with what you align with?
Your mission, your vision, your goal.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like your team.
Exactly.
All of that makes a difference.
So speak on that a little bit when it comes to collaborations, and how important that is when it comes to, building your brand as an artist.
I would really say it just depends on where you at in your career, but essentially a collaboration is like a pivotal point. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on who you collaborating with. Like, I know independents that then did collaborations with majors, and they did great. But you got a team that put it together so that your marketing plan is together to make sure that the money that you spent with this major, you know what I'm saying, because of course they're signed, you got to make sure that that money that you spent aligns with your budget, so y'all can still get the amount of work done that makes sense, for indie. So I'll give you the example of an interview that I was watching a little while ago. K-Camp, shout out to K-Camp. He was basically saying on his interview that he was signed to Interscope at one point, and Interscope used to put up a lot of big budgets for music videos, and like a lot of the projects that he was pushing out in his early career. And then he decided to go independent. So once he decided to go independent, he realized just from doing business with them and being under their tutelage from that time, he realized that, okay, these people, they're putting up a budget, and with inside of the budget, my videos A1, my videos, they 4K crispy, they got a video structure plan to them, and it looked like a movie. You know what I'm saying? Every time I shoot a music video. So every time, now that I'm independent, every time it's time for me to shoot, I gotta make sure
I gotta come with that same,
I got that same budget. I got the same, if not the same people, close to the same directors shooting and making sure that my project is top of the line and on the top of the
standards
charts.
already been set at that point.
You know what I'm saying? Just like them. So
set.
it's like, okay, well, if you want to do a collaboration, then Red Bull or Monster or anybody, you know what I'm saying, comes to do a collaboration with you, you still want your page to be on the same standard as they seen it before.
They got to, because if not, it's gonna look like it's gonna look like you fell all the way off.
Yeah. So that's the importance of collaborations. That's the importance of putting money into yourself, putting money into your brand, putting money into everything you got going on, like your team, your management, your video man, you know what I'm saying, your cameraman, your marketing man, your promoting man, your driver. Like, you got to hit a lot of hands out.
I like how you doing that though, because when people first hear collaboration, they might just be thinking about a feature for a song or something. But collaboration is very many different. What would I say?
It's business structures and ways
to it. It's a lot of collaborations that you're doing within business. Yeah, it might not have nothing to do with the song. But you have to collaborate with the business. Like you said, the collaboration with the label. If you're doing a label, you are collaborating. It's a partnership that you're working because you're doing your part, they doing their part. So you got to know that, okay.
Like me and you, we collaborate every single day. Yeah, we do day-to-day operations with inside of the label. Yeah. Okay, but with us collaborating now, we putting our collaboration with the other collaboration to make a collaboration.
Exactly. And they got their own team that they have set up sometimes too. So now you have to collaborate. Your team has to collaborate with their team. So it's so many different collaborations that goes into it. And just like I was going to say, the main lesson to draw from this that I want people to understand is the wrong collaboration can stunt your growth faster than no collaboration at all. So just make sure that when you're going to collaborate with somebody, it's important to understand who you're going to collaborate and do business with, because it might be better off that if you're going to do it with the wrong person, just don't collaborate at all and just stay to yourself until you can find the right person to collaborate with. You know what I'm saying? So, just collaborate with people who match your work ethic and your same energy, that value, your alignment, and your audience size. Your network is your net worth. So always remember that. Always define your roles, your expectations, and the splits before every session. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure that person is the same business acumen as you, and they're handling their business the same way you handling your business, because sometimes it don't line up like that, where you might be on point, the next person's not on point. Okay, I don't want to do business with this person because I know it's going to be a problem when it comes to split sheets and contracts and paperwork, and that's how I operate my business. So automatically, it might be a great person. They might be talented, great person, good energy, good vibes, but that's not aligning.
Is not
so
a good idea.
I can't do it. So always keep that in mind with the collaborations, man. Just build long-term partnership and not just a quick hype moment, because that's what we focus on. We focus on long-term business partnerships, and that's why we don't work with just anybody, because at the end of the day, we think about longevity when we do anything. Everything is thought out, planned, so we're thinking about the long term. So when we book consultation calls and we work with clients, we're making sure that we align. Just like if anybody want to reach out and y'all hear that, okay, these guys know what they're talking about, I need help, reach out. But we're going to make sure once you reach out, trust me, it's going to be an interview. It's going to be like, hold on, let's make sure we're aligned to make sure that we can even help you. We want to make sure we can help you, and we can only help you if we align and we doing the same things, because like I said, and like we're expressing in this video, these are the lessons that we had to learn along the way that nobody told us. So we're letting you know now how you can avoid all these things by making sure that you have all these things in place. So before we go to the last one, brother, you think you want to end it off with anything else on as far as the collaborations? Just to end that one?
Yeah, I'd say a little simple something. I feel like, the more hands you shake, the more money you make.
That's a fact.
So keep shaking hands, keep networking, keep collaborating, but just make sure that the collaboration, match up with your team, match up with the structure, match up with the brand, match up with you as a person, your morals, your principles, your values, everything that you are called to be as a whole, like that collaboration is cool, but just make sure that it lines up with what you got going on. And then go forward. So that's how I feel about it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's game. So now, I feel like this is the last one, and so many of these are important. So it's like I can't even say the most important because all of them is so much to them that it's like not most important. But this is a big one, man. Be smart and invest when you first hit your big success. Like when you first get that big success, please have a plan for that money before you even get it, because we've seen, experienced, like, don't go and blow the bag, man. Don't get the cars, the jewelry, flexing, and then later on the money gone, and you like, man, what happened?
It was good while it lasted.
What happened? Because you don't never know what the future holds.
For sure.
You never know what the future holds. This hit might be a hit that is just like, that's why one hit wonders are around. You might have one hit. And if you do have one hit, make sure that, okay, well, this hit, I invested so much money from this hit that guess what? My investments are still funding my lifestyle. So I'm good. As opposed to you in survival mode trying to make another hit. Because now you're not in creative mode no more. You in survival mode just trying to push out anything. Like, nah.
9 times out of 10, it's trash.
It's trash because you're not in that same space. You in a space of need now and desperation. You don't want to be creating from that space. You want to be creating from a space of, okay, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm in my art. I mean, at least me, because, you know, we started out doing music. So I know what it's like to be an artist because I once was an artist. And I know when you struggling and that's sometimes when the best music come out is when you in that pain and that struggle. But once you done hit it big, and you're not in that struggle no more, and you're maintaining a career now, oh, nah, that you don't want to be in struggle mode after that, especially when you just had all this money, because you're going to be like, what did I do? Why am I in this position? So that's a big one, man. So just learn about money management. Learn about, you know, investing in assets, invest in your craft, real estate, acquire some business credit, save 30% of that money that you get and put it aside for taxes, because don't never forget about Uncle Sam. A lot of people forget about Uncle Sam and you got this big old tax bill.
Forget about him.
Forget about him. So now you got this big tax bill that you owe and you done blew all this money and they like, oh, you forgot about our cut, right? And you like,
lock them up.
and you like our cut. So now you in the hole. How you started out up and now you in the hole because you didn't think about these things. Build financial literacy, man. Understand credit, understand funding, understand leveraging your brand, understand diversifying your money. The goal is like to be free. You know what I'm saying? So don't get caught up in spending all this money trying to look like, oh, I made it. No, you want to be free mentally, you want to be free financially. So go ahead and invest that first big win that you get to set that financial future up, because tomorrow's not promised. Like I said, you might not get another hit. You might get another hit, but it might be 2-3 years down the road. It might be 5 years down the road. So you still have to be a good steward with your money, because at the end of the day, you don't know when your next one's going to come, but you can survive off this music game if you're doing it the proper way. So those are the 4 lessons, man, and they harsh lessons to learn the hard way. Trust us. Like, they harsh lessons to learn the hard way. And you done seen it. We done seen examples of people go through it.
I got some game, though, cuz.
Oh, yeah. Talk to them.
So, I ain't gonna even give it a number, because it's just big. It's pivotal. So, if you a musician, an artist, a DJ, a content creator, anybody that's like in this space where, you know, you get show money or stream money or any type of money from online, and you doing it full time, like everybody knows, you know, as a content creator, what that money looks like when you hit big. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, you know, one of the things that's highly important, go get you some life insurance. Go get you some life insurance. Life insurance is super, super cheap. And it's actually cheaper for females than it is for males. But you can go get you some life insurance, and that will protect your income. Like, for example, Candy, the housewife, and I know she got a couple songs and stuff too. That was one of her big investments. You know, when she was in her group. So, like she said, everybody else, they got, you know, big houses and fancy cars, and she dumped all her money in life insurance. And now she's able to reap the benefits off of the life insurance play that she did years ago. So I definitely say look into it. Whole life insurance and IUL policies are really good to look into. Whole life and IUL policies. Go ahead and protect your family. Get you a couple $100,000 to start off with, because it's not expensive, and then just build from there. Like, you know, I like to tell artists, especially artists that come up under our label and they're in a building phase, like, okay, after you start making some money, get you one.
Yeah.
And after you get you one, you make some more money, the next year, get you another one. After the next year, get you another one. You know what I'm saying? And you look up and you got you a couple $1 million in life insurance, and you created a generational wealth for your family, and you created a generational wealth for yourself and a safe net where you can, you know what I'm saying, pull this money later on in life
because it's living benefits.
It's living benefits. People don't talk about it. So it's living benefits. You can pull money for your kids' savings. You can pull money for projects, houses, cars, down payments, whatever you need. You just got to do it a little later on in life, after the policy's built up. But
that's a game right there.
That's definitely something that I would highly recommend to any artist, the labels and independents and creators and all of that, because I just feel like that's a big thing that
that's big.
Nobody talks about.
It ain't really talking about, especially in the music game.
Yeah.
So that's a real game, bro. And it's crazy because all these things that we speak about, we have firsthand experience and we already doing it. So if anybody needed any help, like I said before, reach out, go on our website, acevisionsproductions.com, and you can see everything that we can. Reach out for a consultation call. We have services that help you with all this, even with the life insurance. We have a network. We have a in-house insurance agent who can break down these policies to you better than we can, because we know the importance of it, but we can't break it down the way that she can. So just tap in, man. We have all these resources, and we're looking to help people. That's why we're making this content. It's about showing the people the lessons in the game that they not talking about on the internet. So we gonna talk about it on the internet. So at the end of the day, Master Your Vision podcast. At the end of the day, man, just learn to avoid these things, because proper preparation is always going to beat learning the hard way. So, if you want to close out with anything, bro, I feel like that was free game.
Save this video, go back and watch it later.
Facts. Definitely gonna need to watch it again.
Send it to a close friend in the industry, somebody you love, somebody you care about, somebody you really rock with. Let them know that these is 4 things that you really want to avoid. Until the next one.